Welcome to Pranayama, class number 5 of the spring series. So far, in the first 4 classes, which I hope you're going to experience before this one, we worked on breath awareness. We worked on noticing your breath durations for inhale and exhale. We worked on lengthening exhale and increasing inhale a little bit. And we worked on stimulating our vagus nerve through humming, which also extends your exhale. Maybe if you did the counting, you noticed how much your exhale expanded when you used the humming. So this week, we're going to do something a little bit new. Breath essentially has 4 components. There's the inhale, then a pause, then the exhale, and a pause. The first 2 aspects, inhale and the pause after inhale before you exhale, stimulate the sympathetic nervous system. That's why heart rate goes up as you inhale. And then the exhale and the pause after exhale stimulate the parasympathetic system and bring heart rate down. You might have heard of box breath, which uses all 4 components, but usually at a very low duration. In fact, I've seen most people use a 4, and that's easy to remember because, you're drawing a box that has 4 sides and you use a breath count of 4. So you might want to try that one to start off with. And if you find that you have a little more exhale, you can use it. Use that increased number. But because we are also increasing the sympathetic stimulation with the little tiny hold after inhale, I want you to really tune in to, is this practice increasing irritability or is it soothing the nervous system? Chances are it'll be soothing, but your mileage might vary, and I want you to respect the body you've brought today for yoga practice. So let's begin. Find your seat on the front of the chair, knees and feet hip-width apart, knees over heels, hands in your lap. Or if you need to, you can sit back. I will say, if you want to sit cross-legged on the floor or in a chair, your knees cannot be up in the air. If your knees aren't resting on the ground, really. I started to say you could use pillows, but really you can't. It's not the most efficient way to sit and breathe. If your knees are up in the air, you put tension on the psoas muscle, which is one of the major hip flexors in the body, because it's trying to hold the knees in that position. And then the psoas muscle, which travels a good 2/3 of your torso, is going to impact how you breathe. So if you want to sit cross-legged on the floor, you might need a zafu, which is a meditation cushion, just under your butt to lift your butt up enough that your knees can touch down. Or you can use a bed pillow, really anything you like. Yoga blocks, no. They're just too hard for me. Your mileage may vary, but I want you to be very comfortable for breath practice. So find the seat that works best for you. Let's take a long, gentle inhale that makes you a little taller. And on exhale, close eyes. Soften any places that you find tension. And then bring your attention to the breath traveling through your nose. Throat. Chest. Belly. and then your diaphragm between the bottom of your breastbone and your navel. Notice with your palm, we're using interoception, which is inner perception. Watch your diaphragm. Watch your whole torso breathe. Begin to count your inhales and exhales. Do that for 2, 3, 4 breaths, and use the tricks you know, adding 1 count to the exhale until you get up to a 5-5. Or if your body's just not up for a 5-5 today, find the ratio that your body wants. The exhale always has to be equal to or larger than the inhale. It can never be smaller. So, find your breath ratio for today, your numbers. Notice how you feel now, so that if any irritability occurs, you'll be more likely to notice. There will be photographs on the website to show you. Basically, I'm drawing a square in the air. You can probably figure that out without the picture, but just in case, I'm going to put it over there. So, my eyes are still closed. I'm using my index finger of my right hand. There's a reason why it's the right hand. We count repetitions with the left hand. And so, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Pause there. How did that feel? Was it comfortable? If it was, I'll talk you through 2 more and then pause. You can pause the audio and do 10 to 12 on your own. So, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, continue. Pause the audio and continue. So, notice how you feel. Notice too, irritability is an interesting experience because you're noticing it during pranayama at a very subtle level. Beginning to notice those fine distinctions in how your body responds to stress will help you to notice them off the mat when you're going about your life. You'll find in situations, you'll know whether you're tolerating them well, whether you're enjoying them, whether you need to maybe withdraw. You'll know a lot by noticing the experiences of breath. So, when I talk about 10 to 12 and the left hand, there are 2 ways to do it. Obviously, you can do 10 and just use each of the 5 digits and fold them in or extend them out. It doesn't matter. Make a fist and open thumb, then index finger, and do that twice. That's how you do 10. But 12 is kind of fun. I learned this from the Krishnamacharya folks when I did my 300-hour training with the people from Chennai. So Open your hand, but let it be soft. Use your thumb to touch the base of your first finger. That's 1. The middle of your first finger is 2. The top of your first finger is 3. Top of the middle finger is 4. Top of the ring finger is 5. Top of the little finger is 6. Middle of the little finger is 7. Base of the little finger is 8. Base of the ring finger is 9. Base of the middle finger is 10. The middle of the middle finger is 11. And the middle of the ring finger is 12. I find that really fascinating because if you just trace that pattern with your other index finger, essentially it is a spiral like a labyrinth that's taking you toward a center point that I think is somewhat symbolic of the experience of pranayama preparing you to go into meditation. And so really you can do it either way. I like the 12s, but you can do it 10 at a time if you like too. So if you have any questions about today's practice, please leave them on social, on the website, or under this audio. And I hope you will move on to meditation class number 5 after this. Thank you.